Welcome to Brett Ridgway's Learning for Life. This is part 3, lesson 3 of the tune Golden Slippers. In our first 2 lessons, in the first lesson we taught you the verse, and the second lesson we taught you the chorus. We broke it down into tiny itty bitty little pieces. Now, this third lesson we're going to reteach the tune and make it a whole lot fancier, but I'm not going to slow down as much as I did. I want you to do that. I want you to stop. I'm going to give you recommended stopping points because I'm not going to teach it as thoroughly as much as focus on what we're going to be doing with this tune. So before we go any farther, what I want you to do is I want you to practice a lick, all right? And a lick is a series of notes that fits into a chord. Makes it kind of fancy. And what I want you to do, this is what we're going to be playing. You see, that's 8 notes. You're going to be playing this F sharp, this A, and this D. If you're using numbers, you're playing 7, 2, and 5. This is the triangle. You're going to strike the F sharp, then you're going to play the D with your left, you're going to hit the A with your right, you're going to hit the F sharp with your left, then your right's going to play the A, left's going to play the D, right's going to play the F sharp, left's going to play the D. So you're playing 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure you play all 8 notes. A lot of times people have a tendency to leave off this bottom note. The other thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you strike the highest note. So if we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 is the highest note. So that means you're going to strike it hard with your right, hard with your left, hard with your right. So if your left hand is not where it should be, you really want to emphasize that. The rhythm, people try to duplicate that by changing the rhythm. I'm not changing the rhythm. All I'm doing is emphasizing that higher note. So I'm going to ask you to stop right here. Don't go any farther until you can play that little pattern. Okay, so we're going to start the tune. When we played it last time, we played. What we're going to play is the first 2 pickup notes, and then we're going to go directly into the pattern you just learned. If you need to stop here, stop. Make sure you can just play that. And you're going to actually repeat that pattern again. Not those first 2 notes, but the pattern. So it'll sound like this. Again. Remember to play it slowly and then play it fast, and slow it down, play it fast. And again, I would stop at that point. I know I'm having you stop a lot. I want you to learn it. I want you to learn it right. I want you to practice it right. Again, it's not a race, it's a journey. So much better to stop and stop and stop and get it down and get it memorized than to just play through the song. So you're going to do that twice. Now you're only going to play the first half of it, the first 4 notes. So what you're playing there is F sharp, D, A, F sharp. and you're stopping. So again, then your right hand's going to go up. It's going to catch the G. You're going to play the F sharp. I'm doing it 3 times. Down to the E. Let's just do that much. So you're coming down hitting that E once, and then you're going to do that same pattern in a different triangle. The pattern's going to be the same. What you're going to be playing is the C sharp, and actually you're not starting there, but you're playing C sharp, the E, and the A. So it's going to sound like this. So let me play to that point. And you're only playing the first half of it. You're not playing the entire 8 notes, you're playing just the first 4. So from the beginning. Definitely stop here. Make sure you can play that. I'm going to do it one more time for you very slowly. So stop and learn that. We ended right here. Now we're going to play that same thing again, but the full 8 notes. And then repeat it. So if you notice, we're just moving everything down, just like in the song, and we're doing the same thing we did up here. Again, listen. Then we're playing again, then half, so the only thing we added, we did the same pattern, the first half, on this D, this A, and on this B. Or, sorry. So let's just do that again, put it in so it sounds better. Then we're going to repeat almost all of that, but let's do it again. Now we're just moving everything down and repeating it exactly the same way. Then it's going to repeat. Sorry. So that was just an exact repeat. One more time, very slowly. So that's your verse. Make sure that you stop and memorize. Also, make sure you can play it up to speed. The reason you're hitting those higher notes harder is because that's actually the melody. Okay, let's do the chorus. I believe that's how we actually taught it. You're playing A, F sharp, D, F sharp, A, D. That's, I believe, exactly how we taught it. This is wordle change. That's exactly what we did here. We're just moving it across the bridge. So to put that in place, same pattern. Now you're playing B, G, D, B, D, G, B, G. Making sure you're emphasizing this B. You could actually come over here instead of ending on this D just for flow. Sorry. So let me do that. I think that's a better flow for what we're doing, and it'll work. You're playing the B, G, D, B, D, G, B, D. So from the beginning. Again. We come down to the C sharp, and we're going to be doing a series of these patterns. That's why I really wanted you to make sure you got these down. That's what we're going to be playing. The first pattern is going to start on the C sharp. You're going to be playing the C sharp, the E, and the A. Move up to the E. Move up to the F sharp. I'm sorry, down to the D. And then up to the F sharp. Let's do that again. Starting at the C sharp. Then up to the E. Down to the D. And then up to the F sharp. So from the beginning. Then the tune starts again, the chorus. And that's where we're going to change it. So again, I'm going to play it again, the chorus. Then it starts again, exactly the same way. Here's where it switches. We're starting here. I'm using this just as a pickup note, this D. And then we're going to switch it. It's going to sound like this. So what we're doing is we're playing the first four notes. We're playing this F sharp, so F sharp, D, A, F sharp, dropping down, same pattern. But now you're playing E, C sharp, and A. And you could do this, which I don't like that. So let me play the chorus through for you one time. However you want to do that little ending. So I'm going to play the whole thing through for you at a slower speed, and then I'm going to give you a practice track so that you can play this together. Next week we'll do the chords, and we'll give you a few more practice tracks. So here we go. And once you learn this and you start learning it up to speed, when you try to slow it down, it's actually going to be a lot more difficult. And to keep that timing, to keep the melody going. And you're going to see that as you start playing this tune a little bit faster. So I'm going to be giving you a practice track that you can play along with. Hopefully you'll have no problem with this, and if you do, that's fine. We're going to talk about more about playing this up to speed later on, but for now I want to give you this. I'm going to actually bid you adieu at this point. I want to thank my patrons for making these lessons possible. You know, my goal is to work myself out of doing these lessons. Hopefully I get new students, people who come along, but for each student in particular, my goal is to work myself out of this so that you can learn to play this instrument, so that you can have fun, so you can have freedom. And a lot of people can play, they just don't have the freedom. They don't know how to hear the sounds. They don't know how to embellish on their own. And that is my goal with these lessons. So I hope they're a help and a blessing to you. And if you're taking them, it's only because there is someone giving, someone supporting this work. The entry level of patron is $5. $5 gets you a monthly lesson, not a monthly lesson, a monthly group lesson, either a workshop or a jam or a get-together. I think the last one we had was close to 2 hours just because we were enjoying it. It's kind of like a little family, and I really try to get to know my patrons. And again, I want to thank you, patrons, for making this happen, making this possible. And to anyone who would consider becoming a patron, supporting at higher levels obviously gets you other things as well. But even at the $5 entry level, you get a monthly workshop, a monthly meeting, a monthly get-together, or a jam. So thank you, patrons. Thank you to those who might consider becoming a patron. Thank you to those who are sharing these lessons. So here's your practice track. You're going to be playing this through 3 times. You're going to have a 1, 2, 3, and then you'll come in with your 2 pickup notes from there. So here we go.